Hello everybody, welcome back. We're working with the Masterboard again today, and today I'm going to go ahead and cut it up into smaller pieces. I wasn't sure exactly what size to make my pieces, so I made a couple of templates. One is a 3x4 card and the other is a 4x6 card, and I just turned this over and I traced lines around each card in different places here. I did the 4x6 is over here and the 3x4 is over here. And so now I'm going to go ahead and cut them into their pieces. And when we turn it over, we'll be able to see what we got left with. So let's do that right now. I'm going to use a scissors because I think the paper is too thick to use with a trimmer. So I'm going to just go ahead and use the scissors to cut this down to size. I guess I'll start here. Now here's as good a place as any to start. Pardon my cat getting in the way all the time. She's very needy. Okay, so there we go. I've got several cards cut down to size, and let's just take a look through them. They're not perfectly sized 4x6 and 3x4, but they're close enough. And this is what I've got left, which I still can use for perhaps a belly band, and I could make more tags out of these. I could use these and make them into journaling cards or tags. And I kind of like the looks of these. These look really good. And if we, oh, excuse me, Renee. If we put some focal points on them, I think that they'll turn out really well. So here's what we got to start with. And I think these look pretty good. Yeah. So this is just the basis for us to make some more decorations on these so that we can put them into our big pink journal. So I made another card template. This one's a 2x3 card, which I think I'm going to cut into a tag shape. And I do have a template that I use to make for tag corners. I don't always use it because I usually can't find it. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut the corners. Here, I'm going to cut this little piece of card that is kind of raggedy and jaggedy, and I'm going to make corners like this. And then you put it on the other side and you cut it so that you have even corners. There, that's a nice size tag, a nice shape. So I'm going to go ahead and draw some tag shapes on some of the rest of this. There's two. I think I might make this into a belly band. So let's cut out our little tags. Those are cute. Those will turn out nice. I'm going to trim the edges. There, so there's a couple of little tags. We can make more even. And I think I will. I think I'd like to make a few more tags in this because these are really cute. So we're going to have several cards and several tags to work with. And this I'm going to make into a belly band. I'm going to trim this down right now because I want to. probably won't need to be this tall, but that's okay. Let's see, let's use this to make a few more tags, shall we? Okay, there's 3 more tags. I'm going to just cut those out. There's 3 more tags. Nice. So we've got, so far, we've got 5 little tags to work with. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 small journaling cards. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 large journaling cards. So now we just need to find some elements to put onto our cards and tags so that they will have a focal point and be aesthetically pleasing to our eye. So I will gather some materials and see what we can come up with. Okay, so I found some dictionary book pages that I can use, and I found some images of ladies that I have in my envelope full of ladies that have been either cut out of magazines or cut from digitals, or they're stickers. I've got all kinds of different ladies that I could utilize, and I just picked out a few. So I think I'll start with those, and what I'll do is, let's see, I'd like to cut the whites off the edges of the book pages. So I'm going to tear those down using my ruler. I've seen people use this corkback ruler upside down, so let's see if that works to get the margins off. I've got several pages here, so yeah, that's working. It's working. And these are so thin, I'm going to just dispose of them because they're barely worth even saving. Whoops! This one got torn, kind of wonky wavy. Maybe I'll just use the scissors on this side so that it's straight. It doesn't give the torn edge look, but I want them to be straight, so we'll do that. Next thing we want to do is pick a card to choose from and an image to choose from. Let's take a look. Let's start off with one of these. I'm going to just do a few here on camera to give you some idea, because there's too many here to work with, you know, for me to do every single one of them. So I'm going to start with this one. I think it's kind of got a nice plain background, and we can pick an image here to go on there. She's a little bit small. Oh yeah, she fits there nice. And I could stick her right down, but I think it would make a nice contrast to have some of this book page in the background. So I'm going to ink some edges of those papers, of those book pages. First, I'm going to cut off this margin that didn't get off. Okay, so let's see. We could probably tear this down to size, like so, and then put her right in the middle, and then possibly a sentiment down at the bottom, maybe a little lace. We'll see what we can do. I am going to cut this down right about here. Let's see. Right about there. And I will use the ruler again. You can use the writing on the page to help guide you, tell you where you should cut or where you should tear. I'm going to round the corners because I want to round the corners on the card itself too. So I think it'll look nicer, which this is too thin to round. So I'm going to use the scissors to round it. Like that. You don't really need a corner rounder. They're just nice to have if you have a lot of corner rounding to do. But this will work just fine. I'll get some vintage photo to go ahead and ink the edges of the page. So here I go. There, that looks nice and distinct. And I'm going to go ahead and corner around this card too. And I think that this might work on here. Let's try it. And it worked. And I'm going to ink the edges of this card too. Yeah, that's already starting to look better. Okay, so there's that. I just need to glue that down. And then I'll put her over it. Let me just cut off some of the edges of her so that she's more tidy. There. I think I'll ink the edges around her too. Oh, that'll look nice. I think that'll look nice. And then maybe a piece of lace at the bottom or at the top or both. And maybe a word, you know, a sentiment. So let me go ahead and stick those down. There's the book page. Now I'll put her down. There, that looks very nice. I think that looks really nice. And we can add to that. Let's see. I like the idea of adding a sentiment. I have a box full of words, it says. And let's see what we got in here. Sweet moments to treasure. I kind of like this one. I could put sweet moments to treasure. Like that. Like this and this. How about that? How's that look? Should we do it like that? Sweet moments to treasure. I'll put a little ink on the edges of it. Now just stick these down. So there's one card that's pretty well done, except for I think I might add a little lace to it later. Maybe we could do one more together and see how it looks. Let's see, what do we got here? Let's find one of these smaller cards to work with, maybe. One that's got a little bit, they all have quite a bit of a design on the surface of them. Let's see what we can find that would look nice. How about her? Maybe this. Oh, that one looks nice. I like that. Let's go with her. And with the book page in the background, it will help us be able to see her better. And I like the same kind of design. I like to round the edges. So I'm going to do that. I don't think I need this whole piece of book page. Let's see, we can cut it down to size. I think I'll put it right about here and here. So I'll just tear that down. So let's see, how's that gonna look? Oh, see, I think I made it a little bit too short. Let's try another book page, shall we? I should have measured it on the book page, not on the card. So let's do it that way instead. So here's the one card. Let's see how this looks. That looks better. There's not very much of the background showing on the card, but maybe we can cut it down just a little tiny bit more. How's that? Yeah, that'll be good. Let's go ahead and corner around these. I'm going to go ahead and round the corners. This one's already done, so I don't know if that'll work. Let's try it. It did work. See, the book pages are too thin to use the corner rounder on alone, but it seems like it works if you double it up with the sticker. So that's why I'm doing that. See how I'm doing that? There. Pretty good. I'm going to do these. Now I'll ink the edges of everything. Okay, so I've got the edges all inked. I just need to glue these down and maybe put another sentiment on there like I did to the other girl. Let's see what we've got. What about this one that says be brave? I kind of like that one. I don't know if she's being brave. It doesn't really matter what we put on here. They're all good. I'll pick one after I glue these down. I'll do this first. There, she looks pretty good, huh? Let's see, let's put something underneath her. I like the white because she's wearing white, so I'm gonna just put a little sticker that says believe in yourself right at the bottom there. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So there's a couple of cards that I've got, and we can work on some more later, but I think I'll stop that for now and give you guys a break. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you like this kind of thing, and give me a comment. I really like the comments. That really makes my day when you make a comment. So thanks for sticking around and watching my process. And since this is all new to me, this was an experiment, and I'm glad that you were along to join me for it. So thank you again, and I will see you next time. Bye.